All right. Hi guys, and welcome to Monte's Chat, news, comments, and much more with Monte. Hi guys, I just want to get back to you and speak to you once again. I made a video the other day, and I want to add a little extra thought on some of these issues and things that I brought out. It's just so good to see you every single time out there and have an opportunity to talk to you. I wish you had a very nice Friday. I think it was Friday today. And I just got to just weigh in on this stuff because it's just really it's just close to my heart. And I just want to just kind of give you a little touch base with you on it. My last video I made, I was very excited. I want to thank all of you for your comments. Thank you for watching the videos. And I also want to thank you for passing the videos around to others. It's been encouragement for me. And as I see the views, the numbers going up, I'm just so happy because I know that people are seeing things that are dear to my heart that I'd like to express to all of you. I can't see you. Some of you are on lockdown. And I know I can't be over there with you in the States right now, but I'm with you in heart, mind, and spirit. And I just wanted to last night I was watching the news again this morning, and I got to say something. I just got to say it. You know what? I'm going to say all that right now to you. First of all, I know that you all have gone, many of you have gone to school, and a lot of you who are watching this are older, or an older kid, or older people. And I just want to say that I'm sure you've learned by now that 1 + 1 = 2. Yes. And the thing I was just really touched about was that last night or the other day I brought out that if these things continue, like I'm sure by now you must have seen what happened with Lloyd George in the news, and it's quite disheartening. I can't believe it. After I made the video, the very next day, all these things just broke out. Sure enough, there was actual riot in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they just burnt the police department down, and they were rioting in the streets. And like I said, it will only cause more people to get hurt in some fashion, shape, or form. And it's happening right now. I'm sure you've been watching. If you are going to watch the news tonight, it's still very early. It hasn't been 8 o'clock. That's not the prime time. But, you can see on the news, I'll show you a little something right now about it.
Hello, everyone.
Sure enough, on all the major stations, they're discussing the situation that happened to Lloyd George. And it's very disheartening, and it's not the most encouraging thing in the world to watch. But it's life. And like I brought out in the other video I made the other day, that these things are only going to escalate because there is a plan, and there's a plan. This stuff is being orchestrated. And it's funny, I was thinking today, like I was outside working, and I just thought, why isn't it at spring or when the weather gets warm, something like this always comes out as far as that, encouraging Americans to have a race war. In the early part of spring or summer, when the kids are out and everybody can be outside and they can all protest, so that's why I think a lot of these things are orchestrated, are designed or figured out that's happening. And like I told you, I do believe that there is a concerted effort to diminish the population of people of color around the whole world. And I'm not trying to vilify any, like I said, this whole black-white issues that are going on. I'm not in any fashion, shape, or form trying to vilify white people or Caucasians.
Most protesters
I'm just
were
saying
peaceful,
that a
but
small
some clashed
few
with police.
of
Looters
that
broke into nearby businesses, smashing windows
of
and
those
taking
people,
whatever they
of the
wanted.
people,
Look behind me, you can
are
see,
causing
still see
this.
the smoke
The
billowing
super
in the
elite
air on the other side of this
who
building.
are in the
We
process
saw
of taking over the
firefighters
world
arrive,
in every
but
fashion,
even
shape, or
overnight, they
form,
were hanging back
and
as some of
trying to
these
eliminate
structures,
people of
were
color.
set on fire.
And
The
it doesn't,
firefighters
it's not a
didn't move
reflection
in
on white
quickly
people. It's
because
just those small
you didn't
few
want to introduce
who are
firefighters into this
evil
situation with the rioters.
white people.
In a
Like
new
there's
report,
evil black
the
people,
fire department
evil
says paramedics
Indians,
in the
evil
ambulance checked
Chinese.
Floyd's
It's
pulse
like
several
if you
times,
just
finding none.
don't have love
He was
and
later
you
pronounced
just
dead
have
at
an
the
evil
hospital.
heart
Let me
and
be
you want to
clear.
cause these
The
things,
arresting officer
it
killed someone.
Minneapolis Mayor
has
Jacob
nothing to
Fry is
do
calling
with
for the
what
arresting
color you
officer,
are.
Jared
You're
Chauvin,
just
to
an evil person who doesn't want to bring peace and love and seeking for the good of all mankind. It's just it's just not there. They don't want it, and they're not seeking that. So anyway, I want to just show you right now. You've seen a classic example of what I was saying in the other video, and I do believe with all my heart that these things are being orchestrated and being caused by these few in this elite class of people, and it's only going to get worse. So all I ask is for the people who are suffering the most. It seems the African American population in America right now. One thing I noticed, that the reason why also why is it that it's always the looting and the destruction that goes with these protests? And the funny thing is, I saw all these different people running into stores, looting the stores. Not just it seems like that's why I believe it's orchestrated. Why would all these other people of different colors be in the stores robbing the stores and looting the stores? My first glance at the news, there was this kid, he was a white kid, running out with the television. Now I'm thinking, like, wait a minute, if this is a black issue and they're upset about it, why is there a white kid running out of the store and a lot of other people, involved? What does looting have to do with protest? So that's what I'm saying. It's just something really wrong about all this stuff. And what I was saying the other day, and I thought a little more about it, is that organization, if you really want to bring change in America, if that's what you really seek, it needs to have some better organization. And people need to unite and have a united front on what needs to be done to really bring about a real solution to the problem. If that's what you're looking for real solutions, you got to have organization, and we got to work together, black, white, all the Asian races and everything in between, and really have a concerted effort to bring about a solution to this problem, because just random looting isn't going to solve the problem, I'm telling you. Of course, I did notice that they did arrest the perpetrator, the policeman, and he was accused of third-degree murder. But I'm not all excited about all the violence and stuff that preceded all this, made this decision. I don't know if it was fear or just a part of the plan. But he was convicted or charged with third-degree murder, which was, we'll see how that all works out. But like I said before, but with all these things that are happening, it's got to happen. Okay, it's not that we're going to stop it all. It's just in our hearts, in our minds, in the way of man. It's just these things are going to continue to happen. But the reason why I talk to many of you on these issues is because I want to bring a few ideas to you about how you can cope with it if you are a person of color, that you don't have to feel freaked out. You don't have to be like, rah, rah, overly emotional about it. It does make you upset. It does freak you out that this is happening. But it's going to happen, and it's nothing that you can do that can change it. But I would like to bring a little peace to your heart to tell you that all these things are not going to continue. That God himself is upset about this. He doesn't like it, but that's the way it is in a fallen world where people don't want to obey or love God or love their fellow man. So that's a result of a godless world being run by godless people who don't hold him up as their model, you know. But I just want to encourage you to keep on going and don't be discouraged. Ask God to give you real peace in heart. But I ask that if you can control yourself, I don't know if you're the young people that are doing it or just everybody, just running out looting, or I don't know if it's just hired people to do that. But I know in protesting, being of a calm and collect mind and really speaking your mind in real peace, in firmness, but in love, can bring results. And we've seen that happen over the centuries, of different leaders and men who sought peace more than war, like Gandhi. Look what he did in India. Like Martin Luther King himself. Look what the things that he was able to accomplish in a peaceful, reverent manner. So it's one thing to just kind of rant and rave. Okay, everybody wants to blow off steam and frustrations that they have. But if you really want real solutions, it's got to be done in a loving but firm manner. And I believe that these things are going to continue. But in the meantime, I do believe that we can curtail it, bring it down a bit. And through a level-headed, peaceful, but firm manner, we can bring change to America and a lot of people in the world, a lot of governments and in the whole world, because this is going on worldwide, as I brought out to you before. I've seen this happen again and again in every kind of many different nations that I lived in. And it's not just a black thing. It's not just a white thing. It's a matter of the heart. We just don't have love for each other. And, it's just terrible. And although I know the president made that comment, but like I told you the other day, if you do wrong things, people are going to do something about it. And the authorities will probably get on your case if you do something that's wrong. They will. And I'm just being honest, okay? I'm just trying to bring that out, that also, being an African American myself, I know I am when the police come around, I'm like, I don't know if it's from the DNA of black Americans or just from slavery, from way back. People in authority would have the guns or the whips or whatever. You just freak out. And now it's been like a kind of a habit for African Americans to speak back and really be kind of rough with the police too. And I just think that lingo or hatred and all the animosity comes back when you deal with these men of authority, and they are all human. They're not gods. They're just humans. So if they're cursing the police, and you getting upset, will also bring back the same reaction from them and more. They have the guns and they got the power. So I believe that some of the the reaction will probably be violent. So I'm not excusing that policeman in any way, and I don't think it was the best that he did that to the man. And just like Diallo, like we saw in New York, it's the same thing. It just seems weird that. Okay, now here's a thought. Now, okay, I don't know. I know the guy was hurt, but I don't know if these people are staging this whole thing and bringing up, because I noticed in the news that I can't breathe. Isn't it just weird that the same thing happened, that I can't breathe? The same as what happened to the guy in New York. It's like, I know how I felt because I spoke to the mother and the young man in New York, and I performed at one of their rallies few years ago in New York, and I understand what she felt, but and just speaking to her, you just see the poor lady, she's just broken, and it's like, here it is again, another mother, that person who died had a mother or has a mother. You can see him, I think I've seen him on, and you can just see the anguish and the heartbreak in their hearts, and it's just sad. But I ask you to really pray for that family, really pray for them that they can handle it, and they can handle it in a good way, and that they can handle it in a way that will bring forth good fruit in all the people of America who watch it, because everybody's got their eyes on that situation right now, and it's a hot situation, as always has been, and just pray for them. And also, I'd like to ask that you pray for all of us who are going through this situation in the world right now. Cry out to God and ask him to intervene, and he always does, and I know he will, because there is a God. He really is there in heaven, and he's watching over us. Now, there's a lot of explanations of why these things are going on. If he's really God, why is he letting it happen? Well, I'll tell you one thing, that this is a important realm that we live in. But you know what? It's not the only realm that we will live in. And it's not forever. It's only for a short time. And I think I brought out in one of the videos that I made that this is just a learning process, a school to learn, and to learn about what happens when we obey God and what happens when we disobey God. So it's a tough course, and many of us are failing, but many of us are passing. And I'll tell you what, if you know the Lord, if you know him, if you have his son in your heart, Lord Jesus, he'll make a difference in your heart. He'll bring solutions and answers to the problems that you have. And also, as far as this racial issue, like I told you, I'm like to continue to promote my book, because I think it has a lot of the things that we're going through in this book, and a lot of the answers, okay, that you can apply to your life. It's called Racism and the Cure. There's a remedy to this racial plague that we are suffering nowadays. And in these pages, I think you can relate to it. And this book can help many of you. So don't forget to log on to my website, montecagle.com, and you can get a copy of my book. You can get an ebook. It's in the ebook form. And I think it can help you quite a bit. You know, like a lot of the doctors in the coronavirus situation, they're saying, hey, you know, just do this and this and take this and this. And a lot of people keep pushing it down. No, that's not going to work. Oh, that's not going to work. But there's no complete vaccine against racism and bigotry. But there is a way that you can have peace in your heart on a personal level. And I bring some of the solutions out to racism and bigotry in my book, Racism and the Cure. Get a copy. You can get an ebook online. And I think as the virus clears up, and I'll be able to get a physical copy to you if you'd like. But in the meantime, get the ebook at montecagle.com. You can go right there, and you can get the book right there.
Hello,
so in the
everyone.
meantime, we just keep facing this news, studio. And we're seeing all the commentators worldwide talking about it, whipping it up, and bringing it up.
George Floyd's death after a night of
and
protests in his city,
some of the answers they give,
to the black man's death during an incident
not
with
going to work.
police
I'm sorry,
officers.
it just doesn't.
The mayor reached out
You know,
for help
2
from
plus
the
2
National
does not
Guard
equal
when
6.
Those protests turned
It equals
violent
4.
last night. Multiple
Right?
fires were set,
1 plus 1
windows
equals
smashed,
2.
and stores
So there's only one
looted.
solution
At
to
least
this
5
problem.
businesses were destroyed,
And if you'd like to know more about it and
One
see more
fire
about
was
it,
so
log on
large
to
it could
my
be seen across
website,
the city.
montecagle.com.
Protesters and
Also,
police
don't forget to
clashed,
check out my
went into the
YouTube
night.
channel,
Officers used tear gas and rubber
the
bullets to try and break up
Monte
the crowds.
Cagle
In the midst of all
channel.
this,
Also,
one
you
man
can
was shot and
make
killed.
comments, please. I
Today,
really would
bodies
appreciate it.
found-
I like your comments. I like your input. And if you have any questions, I'm just more than willing to answer some of your questions and bring more insight into some of the things that I'm speaking to you about. And I hope to bring peace and through the love of God. There's a lot more that I'd like to share. And you can see more at my site, montecagle.com. So thanks a lot for your input. Thanks a lot for your comments. Like my videos, ring the bell, ding, and please, I'd like to have some subscribers. I really ask you to subscribe to my channel. When you go there, you see the video, just subscribe, bang, hit the bell, hit subscribe, and let me know what you think of the videos, because these are things that I know how you feel. I really know how you feel. I lived it. I've had that disease attack me in many ways, and the Lord's given me a cure. And I'd like to share some of the thoughts and some of the cures for you that can bring peace to your life. So remember to keep logging on and keep checking out the Monte Cagle channel, YouTube channel, and please subscribe. So thanks a lot, and I really pray for the George family, and pray for the healing of our nation, pray for the healing of mankind, and that healing is coming very soon. So have a nice evening wherever you are, nice morning if you see this in the morning, at night, and I just love you. And also a reminder, don't forget, we have live chat on Sunday around 12 o'clock with my wife and I. We come on and we discuss issues, and some things are fun, some things are more serious, but we'd like to just share with you guys because we just love you all out there, and we'd like to wish you a super evening. Thanks for stopping by, and have a nice evening, and lots of love from me to all of you. And remember, keep looking up and not down. Bye.